I remember many, many years ago watching an episode of ER. You remember ER? Anybody in the room old enough to remember ER? Who does not remember ER? You know what? We don't even want to talk to you. Grey's Anatomy. Well, ER started it all. ER started all of the medical dramas. It was the one that kind of was the one that just kind of thrust that whole genre of television shows. And I didn't watch all of ER, honestly, but I caught an episode here and there. And there's one episode that I will never forget. There had been a horrible wreck, and there were a lot of people involved in the wreck. I don't believe it was a car wreck. It may have been a bus or a train, but there were many, many people who were very, very tragically hurt. They all came into the ER almost at the same time, one after the other needing medical attention. And I remember that there was one particular young woman who was bloodied and bruised. She was unconscious. They were trying their best to save her life. She was wheeled in on a gurney from the ambulance. Everybody was racing in around her, doctors and nurses trying to do what they could to tend to her. Right beside her was her best friend. The two of them had been on a trip together, and her best friend ran right beside her. Her best friend only had one little scratch that she was able to show a nurse on her shoulder. She could not believe that she had gotten out with so many people who had been so hurt and so damaged. She couldn't believe that this is all that had happened to her. And so she's running beside her best friend, and she's trying to get her tended to. And every now and then throughout the episode, someone comes over to the healthy friend and basically says to her, "Is there anything we can do for you? Can we check on you?" And she says, "No, please, don't divert any of your attention away from my best friend, because she's gonna die if y'all don't tend to her. And all the other people that are here in the ER, please divert your attention to them." Again, several moments later, someone comes back and says, "Can I take a look at you?" And she says, "No, don't you see? I'm fine. I don't need any help. Please put all of your energy elsewhere." And the episode builds until at the very, very end, in the last couple moments, this friend is standing over the bedside of her best friend, who has now just come out of surgery and is recovering and is going to be able to be well. She's standing beside her friend. And in a moment's notice, this friend, who has been healthy for the entire day, collapses to the floor. Her eyes glaze over as nurses and doctors run in. They check her pulse, and they realize they cannot find a pulse, and her heart has stopped beating because the entire time she had internal damage that was bleeding out. And because she did not let anybody attend to her, because she didn't attend to herself, she lost her life. I came to attend to you, sisters. I came to ask you if you've checked on yourself recently. I know you're worried about her and him and the people in your house and the kids and the folks at Sunday school and everybody else who's got stuff that they need you to invest in them regarding. I came to ask you tonight, is there a leprosy that's bleeding you out from the inside? Is there something that you need to contend with, an addiction that you need to deal with, strongholds that need to be broken, fear that needs to be stepped away from, hatred that needs to be dissolved? It's what leaves a mark. It's what we do with our leprosy. It's whether we leave it hidden and concealed behind the veneers that we so perfectly put up on our social media profiles, or whether we'll just bring it out to the open and say, "Here it is. Here's the real deal. God, would you do business with this? I'm tired of this anger. I'm ready to let it go. I'm tired of this pride. I want to humble myself under the mighty hand of God so that he can exalt me. I'm tired of living in a stale, passionless marriage. Lord, take it and do with it what you will. Lord, I'm tired of being as I was. I want to be as you can make me to become."